Why is RFK Jr. cutting millions from pediatric grants right now? The Department of Health and Human Services has pulled the plug on 7 federal awards to the American Academy of Pediatrics. These aren't fringe programs. We're talking about grants tied to autism screening, infant disorder research, and rural pediatric health, maternal child initiatives that have been part of the federal landscape for years. And with one decision, they're gone. Officially, HHS says there's a misalignment between department priorities and the AAP's current direction. Tucked inside that language are 2 fault lines: vaccines and identity. RFK Jr. has built his career on questioning vaccine policy. The AAP has built its recent brand on defending it and overlaying its guidance with increasingly ideological language: pregnant people, gender-affirming care, and a whole activist vocabulary that didn't come out of a lab or a clinic. So when HHS terminates these grants after open criticism from the AAP, the message is clear. If you're going to wage a public campaign against the secretary, don't expect your federal checks to arrive on schedule. The AAP calls it retaliation. They're exploring legal options, framing this as an assault on children's health. But underneath the rhetoric is a reality every institution hates to face: power shifts. Administrations change, and the groups that once assumed they owned the table discover they were just holding a reserved seat. So why cut AAP now? Because this is what a reset looks like when a new command structure walks in the door. The old guard thought their language, their ideology, and their recommendations were untouchable. They thought the money was guaranteed. They thought that no matter how far they drifted into politics, the government would still fund them in the name of the children. They were wrong. You can support the cuts or condemn them, but you can't deny the logic. When priorities shift, institutions that built their identity on opposing the new regime will feel it first and hardest. Dispatches continue at 1.